hello, Mr. Jeff.
You
How are
almost
you
forgot
tonight?
what day of the week it was.
Yeah, I almost forgot.
We do these only on Tuesdays.
Oh, okay. Well, I almost forget every week, so I'm like scrambling right now to put the comment in to, go ahead and pop your question in the comments, and we will attempt to answer all of your questions tonight live and in person here right now with Mr. Jeffrey Gregg.
Oh, you did your radio voice there.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Tell me down in the comments if I have a radio voice or a radio face. I'm not sure.
No,
People might say both.
You're a very handsome fella.
I don't know about that. Only my wife would say that.
As long as she does, that's all that matters.
True. That's true. We will attempt to answer live. We got a lot to talk about tonight.
Yeah. Starting with...
Do you have a blanket for real?
I do. It's cold here. Goodness gracious. Don't move to Charleston, South Carolina. It's freezing here.
Oh, you know what? There was actually, let me just see if I can pull it up. There was a South Carolina emergency management post about the weather, actually.
Well, I believe it because this is really, really cold.
This is probably the coldest it's been in, 2 years?
Yeah, and it does get cold here occasionally. Remember, we talked about 2 years ago over Christmas. It was into the teens overnight, and my water heater froze up. But this seems really early in the year for it to be this cold.
Yeah. I don't know if I can make this bigger. There we go. So all of South Carolina is blue. That's the only time it's been blue, probably. Let's see. So 33 on the coast, in the 20s up in the mountains.
Wow.
My mom got snow last night up in Albemarle.
Did she really?
North Carolina. It was just like a little dusting, but
I wouldn't mind that because normally if it happened, it was probably all melted and gone by 10 o'clock in the morning.
As long as we don't have it where it was like that one time where we got all the snow and then it started to melt and then it froze up overnight and then there was sheets of ice. And I remember falling a couple times just trying to walk out to put something in the trash.
Yeah, and you're from Mass. Like, it's not like you are inexperienced with snow.
Right.
Well, that was a lot of snow. That was, I don't know what year it was. I bet it's close to 10 years ago now, don't you think?
Yeah, probably.
It snowed. It was like 5 or 6 inches. And it would freeze, like you said, and then it would melt during the day and then would freeze up again. And so it took 2 or 3 days. We actually just talked about this today with some clients. And we don't have salt trucks or plow trucks here. So there was nothing to use on the roads. And on the third day, I was driving down Central Avenue, heading from Somerville to Knightsville, and I saw a snow truck, a plow truck that we must have stolen from another state. And it had a 2 police car escort going through Somerville. It had a Somerville police car in front of it and the Somerville police car behind it. And it was driving. It was like the absolute most valuable vehicle in the entire state.
And the salt truck was probably like, please get out of my way. You're going like 4 and I'm a 5-ton truck or whatever.
Yeah.
I can.
The Somerville cops or, Somerville cops, they're probably driving slow, like in the salt trucks. Like, I know what to do. Let me do my thing.
So Sharon, the expert, said it was January of 2018.
Hold on. We just got a comment. I have to share a story.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm gonna put this comment up, and then.
All
right. So this guy, you know Craig.
Yep.
I was out showing him some houses today. And his lovely family was with us. Bring up that picture that I sent you a little bit ago.
Alrighty, let me find it. I've got it here somewhere. There it is. And nope, hold on.
All right, so here's the story with this. Realtor disaster, realtor nightmare. I experienced it today. So we were in some home and their beautiful little daughter, 3-year-old, forgot and lost Bun Bun. This is Bun Bun in one of the houses that we were in. And so I was terrified. Like, there is nothing potentially more angry than the 3-year-old that has lost her Bun Bun. So Realtor Jeff abandoned his clients to look through the houses on their own. And went running, I tell you, back to the houses that we were in before, and we found Bun Bun and saved the day.
Aw,
Okay.
you're such a good all-service realtor.
I love me some Maddie, and Maddie had to get her Bun Bun back. But here's what's funny. So I texted Craig like a couple hours ago, and I said, "Hey, send me a picture of Bun Bun. I want to show it to Mark." No, actually, what I said was, send me a picture of Bun Bun. And I accidentally sent it to Craig Primo on our team. And so Craig Primo is like, you want a picture of my bum? Well, what are you talking about? And I realized that I sent it to the wrong Craig. And so but Bun Bun survived.
That's amazing. Kaminsky's, what's up?
Hey guys.
We've been here a week and a day, and Ron said his blood is already thinned and he's freezing. I don't blame you, Ron. I get it, man. I get it.
I'm sorry. Listen, when y'all were talking about moving here, I don't want to say I came out and lied to you about the weather, but I feel like I might not have been truthful. This is unacceptable.
Yeah. How are you guys? Hope you guys are loving your new home over there.
Just stay inside tonight.
What else? We got another question, I thought, but I don't see it in the comments here. Oh, I think they put the comment on the wrong week.
Oh, really?
It's on my phone. Yeah.
You can do that?
Yeah, well, I think they just went to the page before it was live, maybe, and they put
I gotcha.
So they might be watching last week's right now.
All right.
We don't know. You sent me over some events, right?
Yeah. 'Tis the season. So tonight, I didn't send you this one, but tonight, an hour ago, they did the big tree lighting in Hutchison Square in Somerville. That was this evening.
Yep.
That's always a well-attended kind of thing.
So my wife is one of the counselors over at DuBose Middle, and their band was playing there, and she wanted to go.
That's
exciting. But I said, I'm sorry, I can't abandon Jeff on the live because he'll be upside down or sideways.
Yeah, we know how that went last time. It didn't end well for anybody, really. That is a nice time, though. We've gone and done that. You go get you a hot chocolate there at Cup of Manna, and Cup of Manna, it's a coffee shop right on Hutchison Square. It's at the one end of the building, and the other end of the building is Garen's Pharmacy. I might be making this up, but it's like the oldest pharmacy in the universe or something. But the Hutchison Square, that's got some nice shops, and they got a great wine and tapas. They got a wine store there, a couple of wine stores. What's the one in the middle there that Andrea likes that has that wine?
All About Wine? No.
Accent.
Accent on wine. Yeah.
They have a house blend or house brand or something there. It's called Romeo. I'm gonna offend the true wine connoisseurs here, but it's a bubbly, not fermented. What's the word? Bubbly. It's got bubbles. It's a
I don't know.
Bubbly. It's bubbly. It's got bubbles.
Okay.
Not Michael Jackson's monkey. It's got bubbles. But it's a sweet red. I think wine connoisseurs would probably hate that, but Andrew likes it.
So correction on the DuBose Middle School band. It was actually DuBose Middle School steel drums.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Can you play Christmas music on steel drums?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, Hutchison Square had their big old tree lighting tonight. And then what else you got that I sent over there?
Yeah, so Hanahan, the amphitheater, we did a thingamajig over there, a video.
We did?
Yeah, I remember the big oh, you're saying we did. You're agreeing.
I know, yeah, no, I remember. It's actually beautiful over there. They've got it's right on the lake there.
Yeah, the reservoir.
On the reservoir, right?
Yeah.
And it's got they do concerts and movie nights. And
Friday the 6th from 5:30 to 8:30, they're having their holiday vendor market and tree lighting.
so you can go over and buy your realtors a present and see the tree lit.
I bet you that's a busy one too.
Yeah, I would think so.
Yeah. And then Monk's Corner. Oh, look at all these messages from you. Monk's Corner has their nighttime Christmas parade. That was December 7th coming up. Yep. And then I think he sent one more. Why do these messages keep going on? Somerville Christmas parade is Sunday.
That one, I've been to that before. That one
goes that, right?
Forever. It's long.
Yeah, you drove your old Bronco in that.
Okay, so was that what it was? I guess it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I drove Miss Somerville at the time in the Bronco. Took the top off and wheeled her. Yeah, it was like an hour to get through that thing. It wrapped all the way around Somerville. But you probably want to go down, kind of. I'll tell you where the great place to go is, like down by Arby's and the Wells Fargo Bank on Main Street, because everybody goes down to Hutchinson Square, that area. Mm-hmm. But it's the same parade that goes through, and it's easier to find parking sometimes and find just pull out a chair on the side of the road, and it's a good time.
Yeah, like over by the Checkers and stuff you're talking about.
Yeah. And I've heard rumor that Santa Claus is going to be there.
Oh, are you serious, Clark?
I'm serious. Santa Claus is going to be there. Hey, we should tell them about Elf for any clients that are watching.
Yes.
Yeah, check your emails if you're clients of ours, and you've done so. Every year we do a couple holiday events or a couple customer appreciation things, and so we rented out the entire theater, the biggest theater they have down at the mall in North Charleston, there by the
Northwoods Mall.
By the Northwoods Mall, yeah, 130 seat theater, and we're gonna watch Elf because you got to see Elf at Christmas time.
The Kaminskis responded, and they would want 3 tickets. So remind me, we got to go in and click the link for them.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if they went in and did the link or not.
So you should, if you haven't seen it yet, check your email, and if you can't find it, just text Mark or I, and we'll send you the link. But it's December 14th at 1:00. We'd love to see you there. Yes. And we're even buying popcorn and drinks for you. Boy, Andrea loves her some movie theater popcorn.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. Here's their problem. A while back, some of the theaters started going to where you could put your own butter on the popcorn, and she doesn't have a whole lot of self-control for self-buttering her popcorn. And so she makes herself sick every time she goes, and I tell her not to do it, and she knows what she's doing, and she still chooses to do it.
Does she add a bunch of salt too? My wife loves
it. Not. See, I would put in a bunch of salt, or those. I like them little popcorn shakers too, with the flavors like cheddar cheese or something.
Yeah.
But no, she just does the butter, and it's been known to soak through the bag in the past onto her pants.
Oh.
And
I wonder if they have movie popcorn theater butter pants, like windbreaker pants.
Oh, yeah.
Take off after you're done eating.
Hey, listen, you can get some.
You have clothes underneath. Don't be gross.
Well, since my wife, I'm saying if she wants to take her pants off at the theater, game on, big boy, sign me up. Don't listen. I'll sit in the back row when we go to see Elf. Nobody turn around.
Nobody's gonna show up. Thanks to you on this live.
Jeff and Andrew in the back, slipping around in the butter in the movie theater.
So my wife has found her dream house. It's one of our listings, and so we got 7 listings right now. This one up at the top left is her dream house. She loves this historical stuff, but the reason I'm bringing it up is not only is it a super cool property, but we got called out on for the love of old houses. So this page has like 4 million followers from around the world that for people that like really old houses. And so they reached out to us yesterday and said, "Hey, we love your house. Can we share it on our page? Because it's a house from 1916. I mean, that was like World War I or something was going on then, right?"
So did we really show these pictures last week, or it wasn't live yet, so we couldn't show it last week, could we?
Yeah, no, we couldn't. And Jerry, our photographer, says that's his dream house too.
Poor Jerry. Jerry, man, he earned his money on this one. Poor Jerry. He went out and you know what? This is probably our fault. We should have been more clear with him about how big this house was when we booked him. And so we started filming and doing all the video at like 1 o'clock in the afternoon, I think. And he ran out of daylight. He had to go back the next day.
Yeah,
to finish filming.
He pulled me aside the next day and gave me a little coaching. He's like, "Now, Mark, if you're going to have a 4,700 square foot house that is one of the coolest houses ever for a listing, do me a favor and let's book that in the morning,
9 a.m.
I can finish it all in one day."
Yes.
But look at this property. I mean,
it's cool. 2 acres, just shy of 2 acres. It's really beautiful. It's everything cool from 115 years ago. And then they've redone, like, the kitchen is just awesome. The nice stove in there and the cool sinks. And you ever seen a 115-year-old house with a pot filler over the stove? I haven't.
So our photographer is so cool that he saw this in the front entrance and then made the video with classical music to match the theme of the house here at the front entrance. Yeah,
and you can have chickens out there.
Yes, there are chickens here.
Yeah.
And if you watch the video on YouTube, you might see Jeff run from the rooster.
Well, I'd call it a fast walk, but that rooster, he had a little bit of an attitude.
Well, he was just matching the two that you were giving him.
Well, yeah, but listen, I wanted to go take some Kentucky Fried Chicken out there and eat it in front of him to show him who was boss, but we didn't have time to stop.
Yeah. Look at that. Look, even the laundry room is cool in this place.
Yeah. They really did such a nice. I feel bad for these people. They I don't think they want to move, but they got transferred, so they didn't have a choice.
Yeah. We still got a cool house in Goose Creek. We've got this nice townhouse, 228. That's a super low price.
Yeah, if you're renting, pay attention to that one.
Mm-hmm. We just lowered the one up here in Ellery at McCord's Ferry. This one has a waterfall in the backyard, if you haven't seen that one. We've got one over in Legend Oaks, pretty close to the golf course. This one in Monk's Corner might be gone soon. We've had a lot of showings on that one just because of location and price.
Yep.
Plus, it's got a brand new roof, so people have been loving that. And then we got one right here at the Lakes Cane Bay on the lake. So,
drag your kayak out of your garage, run it into your backyard, and launch the boat. Don't have to trailer up and go to a boat launch or nothing.
Right. But yeah, I thought it was cool that we were on For the Love of Old Houses. And let's see, can we see how many? I don't think we can see how many people. Yeah, I lost it.
Well, then let's just make it up. 4 million. 4 million people liked that house and shared.
4 million, you think?
Yeah.
December 1. It was December 1, right? There it is. Let's see. 763 people liked it, 46 comments, and 64 shares.
Well, let's have somebody share it to somebody that wants to buy it.
Right? Stunning home. I love the kitchen. Oh, yeah. Me too, Denise. Maybe Denise is watching.
Hi, Denise.
All right. Let's get into something a little different tonight. So see all these red dots on the map? Let me see if I can make it a little bigger.
I do see those red dots. It looks like the state of South Carolina has chicken pox.
Yeah, right? So this is all the way above Lake Marion. And this is all the way down in Yemassee off 95. So there's red dots all the way out there. These are all new construction communities that I went through MLS tonight right before the live. And I went in and I said, all right, show me everything that is either building, proposed, or finished new construction. This isn't even all of them because some of the builders were private builders, and I didn't know the exact name of the communities and all that, so I didn't put all those in there. But look at how many different communities. There's over 70 on what I've logged here on this new construction list. And I think some of these builders need to come up with a little bit better names because we have 3 communities called the Oaks.
Oh, really?
The one I live in, there's the Oaks over in Goose Creek, and then there's an Oaks at Center Station down in Hollywood Megget area here that D.R. Horton just started too. But we've got communities up the coast. Notice how much though is down here along Charleston compared to all of this up by Somerville.
Yep.
That is vastly different.
It looks like so you can see 526 there, and about 5 miles out 26 from 526 is when it all lights up.
Yeah.
And we actually where was our nice people in town from today? They were from Florida, right?
They were from Orlando.
Yeah, they were from Orlando. They had a nice couple in the office today going out with John to look at some houses.
Yep.
And they were talking about hold on. It's gone. It left. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I swear I had a thought there. You know what? Tuesdays are long days.
Yeah, Tuesdays are a little bit long.
We start early.
I'll
get back to it.
Let's dig in here a little bit. So DRB, we haven't done a video on this one yet. But Pamlico Terrace, there's going to be some homes out there. Let me see if I can bring this over here. I can pull up some of the prices while I'm looking. These are in alphabetical order, so I got to go up. Here we go.
You gonna sing the alphabet?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
I knew you were going to do it. You can't say the alphabet without singing it. I can't either. It's okay.
Yeah. So there's only one listed right now, 770, and it's under construction, 3,100 square feet, pretty close to Mount Pleasant. I mean, it's still probably 30 minutes into Charleston, I'm assuming, because it's pretty far up there in Awendaw, but 3,100 square feet on 0.72 acres.
You won't be finding that in Mount Pleasant.
No. And it is 4 bedrooms, 3.5 baths. So
where's Hugie on this map?
Hugie's right here. Forest.
Yeah, that's up there.
Edge is still building.
Okay. I like that Hugie area for those that kind of want to be out in the country a little bit more, but still have not a ridiculous drive to get down into Mount Pleasant. There's some really nice houses for the price up there.
I'm trying to get to that. There's 874 homes either under construction or finished in all of the Charleston market. And there's only 4,200 homes on the market total. So that means 25% of what's on the market is new construction. And then there's another, I don't know, I think it was 200 homes that are proposed construction. So, that's over 1,000, obviously. I did quick math there for you.
What good. I'm impressed. What do you think it is? About 50-50 on sales with new construction versus existing in this market right now?
Let me see what went under contract last week. So 15% went under new construction last week.
15%. Okay, so I guess I thought it would have. That might be an off week. I feel like it should be higher than that.
Well, it was the holiday week last week.
Yeah, so that's a little bit of a weird one.
Yeah. But Forest Edge right now has 4 homes, and I think these are all spec homes. Some of them done, and they range anywhere from 672 to 761. But as you said, it's a nice, easy commute right down into Mount Pleasant as long as it's not rush hour.
Yeah. And I feel like there's going to be more, like, I wouldn't even say that there's not like grocery stores and things like that up there now, because there is, but I feel like there'll be some more stuff, restaurants coming as that area continues to grow. But then that, of course, takes down a little bit of the country feel that you were trying to get there in the first place.
Right.
Remember that neighborhood out there that had all the lakes?
Winya.
Yeah, that one. I wonder if they're still building out there.
Yeah, I think
cool
there was only a
houses.
couple lots out there.
Remember, I almost fell going in that house trying to get up that ramp.
You can go back and watch that Hugie video.
Yeah, that was beautiful.
Sifa. All right, we got a question here. Chris Killfax. Is there a good area to buy land and build?
Yeah, there is. It is. It's not right, in Charleston and occasionally in Somerville. But if you get 20 minutes out of Somerville, wouldn't you say, Mark? There is a lot more opportunity to buy, an acre or two and build your own.
I would say north of Monk's Corner, northwest of Monk's Corner.
Yeah.
There might be some land up in Bono still, but if you're commuting to downtown, that's probably not the area you want to be.
I think that over towards, not necessarily Summers Corner, but over that way towards Cottageville, Ridgeville, there'd be some decent opportunities. And actually, our team is really well versed in this space. So we have, what I'll tell you, you probably don't want to do just based on price, is go without a big builder on there, like doing your own deal and just having a custom home. That could be, $300-400 a square foot by the time you're done. So we've got some builders like Eastwood, for instance, where they will build any of their models on your lot, and they've gotten really good at, I'd say, from what we've looked at, Mark, the pricing is pretty close to what would be in one of their neighborhoods, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, when you go through the build on your lot program, they have it where they're not building to market price; they're building just to a margin.
Yeah.
So they're just charging you the cost plus, like, I think it's 20%. Does that sound right?
I would have been making it up. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I was going to say cost plus X.
Yeah, I think it's cost plus 20% on most things. And the good thing is like, if you're a professional lane clearer, or you have a buddy that's a professional lane clearer, they'll work with you and allow that person to do it, and not that way you save that 20% on that one thing. So they're really flexible. Will over at Eastwood Homes has been a great resource for us. Kind of will look at the land, they'll get the team out there, look at it with you, make sure before. Really, I think they would jump in the game even before we purchased it if we had to. So
I think that's, if you're serious about it there, Chris Killfax, I had to say the whole name. You would probably want to meet with us and them ahead of time to find out what exactly they're capable of, but they can do it all. So it could be a totally treed, it could need a road put in, it could need utilities put in. They can handle all of that. It's a whole package. And like Mark was talking about, from what we've seen with the pricing, I expected the pricing to be higher. And then we can go, give you options on what plots of land are available that would make sense and talk about what goes where.
Speaking of Eastwood, one of those neighborhoods that I kind of call as a hidden neighborhood is that Parker's Preserve. Remember that one we did the video on? And it's probably only 110 homes in there total.
Yeah, it was that one that had the road that it was kind of like one road in and out kind of a deal with a circle.
Yeah. And that is in Ridgeville, but it's just over the Somerville line. Like
Yeah.
this Lennar here is Somerville. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. So here's Summers Corner, and here's Parker's Preserve. So that's Ridgeville, but still almost Somerville. I feel like it would probably still be Dorchester County Schools in Ridgeville there, right?
Yeah, and you're still close to, like, it's only going to take you, what do you think it is from there? 15 minutes to get back into civilization?
Yeah, easy.
Shops, groceries, all that stuff.
15's a good. And they've got 5 spec houses right now, ranging from 350 up to 455, 456.
Yeah.
And what is that? How many square feet is that? Sorry. One of them is 3,000 square feet for 456.
Wow.
So, four bedrooms or 5 bedrooms, 3.5 bath.
I mean, just as a reference point, that's probably, $150,000 less than putting that house in Nexton.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. We got True Homes out there in Ravenel, which is, again, just over the Somerville line. That does go to Dorchester 2 schools. You've got 3 different communities in Summers Corner. Those are all Lennar, though. Horizons is a 55-plus community. They're still building there, but a couple weeks ago, we went over kind of some of the information in there where they're going to have a little bit of a stall out point here between January and probably August, and maybe March and August on the Legend Series homes. So if you want to buy in there, I think there's still a few options left, but then you're going to be kind of locked out until August.
Now, Mark, that was just Horizons, not Summers Corner, right?
That's correct. Yeah, just
Okay.
Horizons.
Yeah. Yeah, if you want to be in Horizons eventually, even I would say, let's say you didn't want to buy there for another 6 or 9 months, you might want to snag something now, because I'm wondering about the price increase once they have houses come back on the market and they've had a 2, 3, 5 month lull in being able to sell any. You might do better off to hold that house, own it for 5 months that you didn't need it, versus grab them when they come back on in the fall.
It's like the pent up demand.
Yeah.
You're not letting the water go over the waterfall for so long, and then everybody's going to flow in there once you pull the barricades down and all.
I like the analogy you did there.
Right?
And
Not
you
bad.
didn't even
Not bad
you
for a
didn't
rookie,
plan
yeah.
ahead or nothing. Like, that was just, we were talking about it and you came up with it. Good for you, Mark Clem.
And then kind of working your way in towards Somerville, Founders Corner is a new D.R. Horton community. They're starting that up really good, and it's super close. Like, I would feel like that is almost golf cartable to downtown Somerville, right? So here's downtown Somerville. Here's Founders Corner, almost into Lincolnville there. But I feel like this road here could get you into.
Feel like you'd catch some 35-mile-an-hour roads to get up there?
Yeah.
I feel like it. So, yeah, that's a good point. I remember Donnie used to golf cart, into downtown from where she was out there.
Yeah.
There's all those back roads you could do to take a golf cart. That's cool.
Eastwood Homes at Ashley Cove, there's 5 or 6 of those in the 400s. Still super close to Somerville downtown, almost into Knightsville. You've got the Six Oaks by Mungo. We love Mungo. They've got a bunch of different communities around. This is all just in the Dorchester County side. And then here's my little dot where I am in Cane Bay. Look at all the builders still building in the Cane Bay and Nexton area. This is all Nexton over to here. Well, right to here.
Can I say something about Mungo?
Yeah, go for it.
I do feel a little bad about Mungo right now.
Why?
Well, because people, like, some people used to ask us, like, what is the most efficient home? If somebody was really into home efficiency, what was our answer always? Mungo.
Like David Weekly Mungo, yeah.
Yeah. And now with Meritage here, I feel like Mungo has some competition
Yeah.
with the energy efficiency of their houses. Mungo's still, top dog with Meritage maybe now, because I'm still thinking about that foam spray insulation that Meritage is doing. I think that's really cool. I mean, obviously there's cost to it, but I wish more builders would do that.
Yeah, and a lot of people might not know about Meritage because they are they're a top 5 builder across the nation. But here in the Charleston area, this is their first community over here at the Coves at Lakes of Cane Bay. They took over the rest of a neighborhood that it's been a couple years since anything has been built in there.
Yeah.
And now they're going to have tons of spec homes going. I think it was 98 spec homes that will be coming out. And I think there was 6 already available and 16 more in the pipeline.
And with some of those ranches, I was thinking about this. If you are not down, like, listen, we obviously sell a ton of homes in the 55 pluses, the Del Webbs, the Four Seasons, the Crestwoods, the Horizons. But if that's not your vibe and you're just looking for that one level living without, like, you want a nice pool in a nice neighborhood, but you don't give a rat's butt about all the clubs, Meritage might be a contender for you, because those ranches they have over there are really nice. And so how big's that one coming? They don't have yet, but I think it might be the biggest ranch coming in the area.
Yeah, it was 2568 or something like that.
I thought it was 27. Maybe I'm thinking of another one.
Well,
the
Juniper was 23 in Beezer, and that was one of the biggest ones we've ever seen. So yeah, I think it's 25 or 26, somewhere right around there.
Well, and the other thing is, if you want to be on a really nice lot for not $1 bazillion on the water, you got to pay attention to that Meritage, because they've got some spec homes that they're swinging hammers on right now that are absolutely on some of the best lots we've seen in Somerville.
Let me see if I can find it. Well,
killer views out onto the lake. Well, you're looking for that. Chris said, okay, great. He'll be in touch. Chris at the end, and you can always go to the website here, but we'll give you a link that you can schedule a Zoom call with us anytime you want. We can chat about it. And actually, when you do it, we might even get Will on from Eastwood to talk through it.
Yeah. All right. So it was the Edgewood. Let me share again here. This Edgewood plan is 2514. I'm assuming you can probably add. They might have some with a loft too that made it bigger.
Maybe.
Yeah, that's the biggest ranch I see. They got 10 different floor plans though, and then quick move-ins. There was a big gap in pricing for a while. We had the entry level, or the D.R. Horton Express type homes in the high 3s, low 4s, and then we had the nicer homes closer to 7s. So we had that gap before for the 4 to 600. Well, Meritage is kind of filling that gap with some of these prices. 513, 523, 546. 600 for 2,800 square feet, 600 for 3,000 square feet.
And very few of these homes are going to be backed up to other houses.
Yeah.
Vast majority in this neighborhood backed up to woods or water.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another ranch home that I don't even know if I've sold one yet, is the one in Carnes. I was in it today. That's like a 5-bedroom ranch. So there's 4 bedrooms downstairs. There's the 3 bedrooms in the front of that, which one could be an office or a bedroom. And then there's the primary is downstairs also. So it's mostly, but then it's got the one bedroom, full bath, and a walk-in closet upstairs.
So that was the new one across the street that we just did the video on, right?
No, this is the original ranch, the one on the right.
Oh, gotcha. Is it Rutledge?
No.
Litchfield? No.
I don't remember.
Okay.
They have like 15 different models over there.
Well, they got 4 different collections: Road Collection, Road Classic, Coastal, Arbor. So you've got a lot of different ones.
But that's a nice big ranch, and especially with 3 bedrooms plus an office downstairs on one level. Because most of our 55 plus ranches, if they're 3 bedrooms plus an office, the third one is upstairs. This one actually has it on the main level.
Mm-hmm. And we kind of released this last week, but you found out because you live in Karns at the HOA meeting that Lennar is not going to be the only builder forever in there, right?
I was really surprised.
Yeah.
So the freehold picture it like this. Freehold, let's say they own the ground and they can sell the lots to different builders. And so they've sold a big piece of it to Lennar, but it sounds like it's not always going to be Lennar. They might let other builders back in here.
Well, I think that would be great because, little competition wouldn't hurt anything.
Well, and some people would love to be able to build in Karns and build from the ground up and pick your everything like I did.
Yeah.
You're stuck with whatever Lennar is doing. And now when I say that, they're doing lovely homes. I like what they're doing. There's still hardy plank siding and fireplaces and screened in porches and gourmet kitchens. And so they're doing nice stuff. But it's, if you don't want any carpet in the house, that's not an option. You're going to have carpet in the upstairs.
So one option, even though it's not Karns, but it's attached to Karns, that you could kind of build from the ground up, is that Hewing Farms, which is Mungo, right?
Yeah, we actually talked about that today when we were out. It's right next door. We drove right by it. And they've got cool houses. I like some of the stuff they do, and you can build from the ground up. The only thing is, if you're interested in the big amenity center that Karns is putting in, that's a no-go for you.
Yeah.
Now, we did just do a video. I don't know if it's hit the channel yet or not, but their pool is now open, and it's lovely.
The Hewing Farms, I don't think that one came out yet. It's coming out. No, it did come out. Yeah, it came out.
So they've got a nice playground over there, beautiful pool, nice pool for a neighborhood that's really not that big.
Jerry said, "Sweet. Any idea what builders will be in Karns there?"
Nope,
not yet, right?
Nothing, Jerry. They did not give. I don't even know if they know. I don't know if it would be the same builders that were in here. I bet it would be opened up to anybody. It wouldn't just be specifically the Eastwood and the Toll Brothers that were in here beforehand, Pulte. But I think it would be, if they're going to go back to that scenario where you're building from the ground up, we know it's not going to be the D.R. Hortons and Lennars of the world. It's going to be guys that are willing to do ground up construction, I would think.
Yeah. All right. Some of the ones I didn't know about. D.R. Horton's got a new community way up on the other side of Manning called North Shore at Lake Marion. I don't think that's opened yet. McCord's Ferry, we've got one of our listings up there. They still have a quick move in up there, but our listing is way nicer, I think, to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
How can you do that? Centerpoint is building their last phase up in Santee as well. So I knew about that one.
Well, those are nice if you're a boater. If you want to be up on the lakes up there, some people. It's funny. I was sitting at a bar in Myrtle Beach talking to a guy this weekend. We went up to Myrtle Beach for Thanksgiving, and sitting there having a yingling at the bar, talking to a guy that was looking at retiring. He was living up in Charlotte, and so we started talking about what the Somerville market looked like. And he's like, "No, I'm a boater. Wherever I go, there'll be a pontoon lake there." He was thinking about Greenwood, and or he used to have a place in Greenwood. I guess he was thinking about. And there was a couple of lakes that I didn't really know. Once I sold my pontoon boat, I stopped paying attention to all the good boating lakes, but. Those neighbors up there would be nice because if you're a boater, to have the possibility of new construction up there, which we haven't had in a while.
Yeah. And then D.R. Horton has another new neighborhood in Manning, if you really want to be up there, as well as Hunter Quinn is still building in Deerfield, I think it's called, Deer Creek, I mean.
Hunter
And
Quinn has a thing. They like to go in and buy, 15 acres and drop 20 houses on one street.
yeah.
I bet they're doing that up there.
Yeah. All right, Jeff, I'm going to quiz you.
Oh, Lord.
I'll even try to leave it on the screen so you can guess.
It's pretty small.
So tell me a little pocket neighborhood that still has hardy plank siding, and you get a little bit bigger lot. And I'll give you another hint. It's in Monk's Corner.
I think I need to go from the 2.0s to the 3s, maybe. Hold on. Wait. Yeah, keep going. I like where you're going, Clem. I think I might know this one. The letters are getting smaller. What the heck, Clem?
It's Lakeview at Kidfield.
It's that one right there.
Yeah. So it's only a golf cart ride away from the lake. What is that, Moultrie? And I think it's like a mile or 2 miles, something like that. But they're still got some decent homes up there in Lakeview at Kidfield. And it's a D.R. Horton community, but it's not the Express series. It's the higher series.
The Emerald.
Yeah, Emerald.
Yep.
So they've got the hardy plank siding, really nice layouts, bigger homes. It's not just your basic home,
That was that hardy plank. That was a good 10-minute conversation in our world today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we had these clients in the ones from Florida today that were out touring, and she said, "All right, I'm stuck on one thing. I don't know if I want hardy plank or if I want vinyl." And I said, "Boy, I get it. I was there. Like I totally agree with you. I like the way the hardy plank looks a little better, but the newer vinyl and the nicer builders, there's the vinyl that used to be this, and now there's the vinyl that's this. So it looks a whole lot better in the houses." But I'm still I'm in a hardy plank neighborhood here in Carnes, but I'm gonna have to repaint my house someday. So
well, yeah, it's either repainting your house or pressure washing. Those are your options. Now, I told this to our clients today. When you go in a neighborhood with vinyl siding, really take a look at the other homes that are already built in the neighborhood, and just see, is any of the siding looking really worn, or maybe some of it is melting because the sun is hitting the window next door and then melting the siding on this house next to it. So that'll kind of tell you some of the quality of the vinyl siding that's out there. But Lakeview at Kidfield, they have a 2,700 square foot house for $419 right now.
Wow.
And that's with the hardy plank.
Yeah. I mean, again, I would say $150,000 to $200,000 difference to being in Nexton or Carnes.
Yeah.
For the same size house.
If you go all the way out here to Mount Pleasant, Kahov, who is the builder over in Four Seasons, has a community there that is not 55 plus, but you're up to 1.2, 1.3 million. So
what a difference 20 miles makes.
Right? And you probably have to have flood insurance here, where you won't have to have that up there.
Yeah. Yep. I hate flood insurance.
Here's another one I didn't know about. Hunter Quinn has a new townhome community right off of that North Rhett Avenue. Not North Rhett. What is it called? Henry E. Brown Jr. So it's Goose Creek, almost over by the Navy base over here is where the Navy base is. And they have a whole new community with townhomes in there. Have you seen that one yet?
I don't think I've seen that one. I struggle with townhouses a little bit because townhouses sound great. And Andrew and I, we lived in a townhouse to start. That was our first house together. And it was great. But some of these townhouses, have such a silly monthly HOA
Mhm.
and regime fees that if you did the math, if you've got, $260 a month going out the door for a condo or a townhouse for HOA, and you put that money towards a mortgage, you could probably buy a house that costs $80,000, $100,000 more and not have any more money going out of your pocket every month. Now, some of the new ones aren't bad. Like we've seen some for $90, haven't we?
Well, the one I'm talking about right here at Windward is only $100.
Yeah, so that's not ridiculous. Like that's totally doable. It's when I start to see 250 that I get a little squirrely about it.
Well, we went and saw some former clients today. We went and saw a townhouse and a condo, and it's in Hanahan. They were built in the 70s, and the HOA fees are $385 a month
Yeah.
in Hanahan there, and there's a pool there, and they take care of the grounds and everything. Obviously, the location is super ideal,
Yeah.
but it's not like they have a huge amenity center like Four Seasons or anything,
Right. With 300 plus a month. Yeah, you got to pay attention to that.
Yeah. So these townhouses are right around the 320 to 350 range, 1485 square feet, and only $100 a month. So brand new, 3-bed, 2.5 bath.
Hey, I forgot to ask you.
Yeah.
I got a picture you sent me, but how'd the Thanksgiving turkey cooking go?
Oh yeah. So it was the first time I ever fried a turkey on my own. My wife was all worried that I was going to burn the whole neighborhood down. Like,
Mark sent me a picture as he was getting ready to start. No lie, he had a fire extinguisher out poolside with him ready to go.
yeah. So, that's how much faith my wife had in me.
Safety first.
Yeah. Not only did she buy one fire extinguisher, but she bought two. Now, granted, it was a 2-pack on sale on Amazon. It just doesn't sound as good though when I say it that way. Yeah.
Right. Yes. 2 fire extinguishers sounds better.
But yeah, so I got the oil, peanut oil in the pan, heated it up to 400 because you don't cook it at 400. But when you put the cold turkey in the hot oil,
Yeah.
it's gonna drop, and it did. It dropped. I think it was down to like 335. So like 60 degrees, it dropped.
It'll come back up pretty fast though.
Yeah, once I figured out that you actually have to turn the knob to increase the flame and stuff.
Oh yeah.
That
Yeah,
basic
I've heard
stuff.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it up pretty quick. But I'll tell you what took the most time was heating the oil before you put the turkey in.
Yeah.
Like I gave myself 30 minutes. It was really 45 minutes.
Really?
Yeah.
So what was the end result? It looked good. How did it taste?
Oh, it was amazing. It was the best turkey I've ever had.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Even Riley, my 21, almost 21-year-old, who doesn't give compliments very easily. He's like, this is probably the best turkey I've ever had.
Yeah. So you'll do it again?
I will do it again. I'm excited because now I got the burner. I've got the big pot. I can do one of those, seafood boils.
Oh yeah.
What are they called?
I call it a seafood boil.
Yeah, you can put the crab, and I can't put corn in because my wife hates corn. So, but I'll put the sausage and the crab in and all of that stuff. So I'm excited to try that next.
When I lived in Pittsburgh and I would come down here to visit my brother on vacation, I would sometimes, a few times, I'd bring a cooler with me. I'd go home with like 30, 40 pounds of shrimp. I'd go down to Shem Creek and buy it right off the boat. I'd go home with this big cooler, and I'd go do a seafood boil up in Pittsburgh in my cul-de-sac with all the neighbors. Man, we had a great time. That was fun.
All right, I got so we got a few minutes left. I got some real estate stats from last week to go over.
All right,
towards the end here. All right, I'm going to ask a question, and let's see if a bunch of people can comment. It's the same question I ask every week. So hold your answer, Jeff. Don't give an answer.
All right, I'm not going to say anything.
Yeah. But we had 195 properties go under contract last week total. 150 of those were single-family homes. Out of those 150, everybody throw your answer in the comments. How many of them were over $1 million? So there's a certain number. Now, remember, Somerville doesn't have a whole lot of $1 million properties right now.
Yeah.
But when you get down towards Mount Pleasant and Sullivan's Island and downtown Charleston, so this is the whole Charleston market, 150 single-family homes. How many were over 1 million? So we'll see if we can get some comments while I'm going over some of the other stats.
I've got my number. I've decided what mine is.
Okay. Did you write it down?
I did. I put it in the big app on my phone.
Okay, good. We already talked about 15% of those were new construction. Median list price for the whole market was $480 or $253 a square foot. 25 family homes under contract for the islands. So that kind of gives you another little hint there. We had in the Somerville, Hanahan, Goose Creek, Monk's Corner, Ladson market, we had 68 homes out of those 150. So another little hint there. Median price for both Area 33 and 35, which is the Somerville, Ladson versus Hanahan, Goose Creek, Monk's Corner, was $385. Both of them were the same, $385,000 or $202 a square foot, somewhere around there. 40 condo townhomes. So townhomes are getting a little more popular, or at least the one last week they were.
I think you're a part of that. Yeah. So who's the builder that started the townhomes in Cane Bay?
Oh yeah, D.R. Horton.
D.R. Horton, and you went in and sold like half that neighborhood in like 10 minutes.
Well, when they first rolled out, they were an amazing deal. They were just under 200,000. This is probably, I don't know, 5 years ago. It's in the back of my neighborhood, so I knew they were there. The sales rep there liked me because I brought so many people there to see them, and they had all the upgrades when they first started. So they had the granite, they had the really nice white cabinets, they had the higher end floors, they had the tankless hot water heaters, and then they started to get a little greedy, I feel like, and went to not granite. What do they call that? Laminate countertops and laminate floors and things like that. So yeah, I mean, they were so easy to sell, and it was a USDA. So I think out of like the first 5 I sold were in the first month that they were open down there, and like 3 out of the 5 of them were USDA loans, which means you don't have to have a whole lot down.
Yeah,
so it made sense for the person that was renting.
Oh, totally.
Get approved with that USDA loan and jump into something you own rather than paying somebody else's mortgage. So,
all right, Mike's the only one that hazarded a guess here, so it's me versus Mike. All right.
All right. So Mike said 20.
All right, and then I put mine up here.
17. Mike wins because he's closer to 24. 24
Mike,
over 1 million.
Mike, come in and be a realtor with us. You're better at this than I am.
24 over 1 million. 17 of those were over 2 million. And then 4 of those were over 3 million. So pretty good. Pretty good there.
Yeah.
What else do I got here for you? There was definitely more in the Dorchester, Berkeley County area than there was in the Charleston County area that went under contract last week. I feel like almost 100 were up this way versus down that way.
How was my Thanksgiving dinner? Oh, Mark, I'm so glad you asked.
Yeah.
We went to the House of Blues this year. We had live music.
Yeah, it looked like you had a stage by one of your pictures, like it was a real concert.
Yeah, it was. They had people up there playing.
So how did you eat in the dark with all the lights off and stuff?
No, it wasn't that dark.
Oh,
Listen, I'm a skilled eater, baby. I don't need. I'll go out. I can do candlelight. I can eat in the dark. I can eat with light. It don't matter.
I could see you with your flashlight there, holding it up while you're
Is
eating.
that ham or turkey? Who gives a crap? Eat it. That was fun.
So Myrtle's only 2 hours away. We're going up there at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Our families together, so that'll be fun.
That was a really nice room. We actually rented, I think, the same room. I went up with my mom and dad and Andrew and the girls, and we got a 3-bedroom condo there, and at the Vista Resort. It's in North Myrtle. I've never stayed in North Myrtle before. I thought I'd give it a try, and it was really nice. Beautiful room for a 3-bedroom condo on the beach, 16th floor, amazing view. It was, I think it was like $240 a night. But for a 3-bedroom condo, I thought that was very reasonable this time of year.
So you said they had some creative descriptions about wraparound porches, though, right?
Oh yeah, I'm calling shenanigans on that one. It's marketed as a wraparound balcony, and it wraps around that much. Yeah, there'll be a video.
You couldn't even stand there, right?
Andrew and I, yeah, no, you couldn't fit in there. Andrew and I, we started our own little travel YouTube channel. Go check it out. Greg Getaways Travel. There'll be a video of this trip coming. And actually, Mark, I think 2 weeks from now, we're doing a video of the last time the Clims and the Gregs went to Myrtle Beach.
Yes, I'm going to star on your channel.
Yeah, you're going to be on the other YouTube channel,
Yes.
Greg Getaways.
I hope I don't scare a bunch of people off for
No, now they know you from this.
Okay. Well, we are over our hour. We do these to answer questions, so definitely come back next Tuesday, bring some more questions. If you want a one-on-one, we do Zoom calls all the time. You can go to this link, or at the very end, there'll be a QR code. You can just scan that on your TV. Jeff, did you know almost half of the people watching us on YouTube watch it in their living room on TV? I think it's so cool that we know that, first of all.
That's how I watch YouTube. I never watch it on my phone. I'm in my living room. I think the smart TVs made it. I mean, every TV comes with a YouTube app built into it now.
Yeah. And I bet you didn't know this. Did you know YouTube on TV, not the YouTube service, but just the YouTube videos like we're doing now, is more popular than Netflix?
I did know that. Now, sometimes when you say stats like that, I lie. And I say, of course I do that. Who doesn't know that, Mark? But I did know that one.
Yeah. I thought that was cool. So
I picked that up at one of our little YouTube realtor conferences at one point.
And then YouTube is going to be coming out with seasons and episodes just like Netflix does. So we might be able to, in the future, next year, to do a season of 55 plus, and then there'll be different episodes to go over that. So I think that's kind of cool.
I'll just show up whenever you tell me to go. We've seen what happens when Jeff is left in charge of YouTube production. It doesn't go well. So
it was fine.
It was great. Sure.
Yeah, it was fine. But yeah, so scan the QR code at the end here. We'd love to book a Zoom call with you. Even if you're not coming for like 2-3 years, we do those all the time with people and kind of just answer questions. Like some people are like, okay, what are the car taxes down there? Like, what are, do you have to pay a tax every year? Do you, all kinds of questions like that we love to answer. If we don't know it, we sometimes make it up, but then we tell you. So, because we don't want to lie to you or anything like that. But,
we actually did a Zoom call today with people from up in New York.
Yep.
That may not be moving here for 3 years.
Yeah. So we love to do that stuff all the time. And then hopefully you come in town, even if it's for a quick vacation.
Look at this. Look at this knucklehead.
Jerry, you crack me up.
He's mad because we made him go out 2 or 3 times to film that house out in St. George.
Yeah. What he doesn't know, that was really my fault, not you.
Yeah. Quit picking on me.
But yeah, I mean, we'll answer all kinds of questions about moving to South Carolina. And we're moving into the Myrtle Beach market here soon as well. But we've got partners all around the state. So we're happy to connect you with the right people, whether it be Greenville or Columbia or here in the Charleston Somerville area or down in Beaufort or even Myrtle Beach here soon.
Don't move here; it's too cold.
That color looks so great on you.
Isn't this pretty? This is one of the girls. I feel like I'm out in the jungle.
I just figured out what I'm going to buy you for Christmas.
Oh gosh,
I can't tell you though. I just figured it out though. I saw it on Facebook today, and with you with that blanket, it's perfect for you.
I for the last time, I'm not wearing a Tinkerbell outfit for you. It's just a hard no. I'm not doing it.
It's not Tinkerbell at all.
All right, good.
All right, everybody. Well, thanks.
See y'all next week.
What's that? I'm sorry.
I just said see y'all next week.
Oh, okay. See y'all next week, everybody. Have a
Bye.
great night.